Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Wakwadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of great mystery. Where are the Akim pushing hard? No, this gospel in sincerity and truth on the highways and byways. So we got a quick lesson here. So just concerning, the issue of cryptocurrency and how the elites plan to use it. But at the same time, Esau is going to do whatever he can to demonize the whole idea of cryptocurrency so he could have control because he knows that for him to have the RFID chip, the mark of the beast, be the main form of, for or storage of monies or whatever, of records of money and transactions, he needs to have certain things take place. But that'll be for a different topic. I don't Ratazar. Alright? But here, so he just wants to make sure that folks that are, a threat to his power structure, his hegemony, his financial interests, do not get a chance to have a strong foothold in the economic setting. All right, so I'll play this video real quick.
The Trump administration is calling cryptocurrency a national security risk. Why are they doing that? Well, first of all, it may be because this whole business of cryptocurrency is generational. People of Donald Trump's and Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin's generation have made their fortune in U.S. dollars, and they don't really want to hear about anything else. Let's just leave things as...
Yeah, all they want to do is have control, because when they have the cash and all that stuff circulating around, they can't really control it because people are able to move the cash, without any disturbances when they're having a transaction. They don't have to disclose their business transactions, because it's between two people directly. All right. But once they have this so-called cryptocurrency and have all these online digital payments and all that stuff, he's able to track it. But now that the cryptocurrency, he could track a certain portion of it, but he can't track all of it, So he feels that, it's not looking good. That needs to clamp down totally, because people could always build on that platform for creating cryptocurrencies. You have one level of encryption and another level of encryption. And then, you buy something here in the United States, and then you get a couple of cryptocurrencies as rewards. And then you go to another country, you use that cryptocurrency because it's stored on your so-called hard drive or flash drive. And then, whatever platform they have over there is able to mask it, and then they're able to accept payment. So that's the plan right there, man. They could track a portion of it, but they cannot track all of it, and that's what they're looking forward to do.
They are, right? Can you blame them? So let me do this. For the millions of people out there who still kind of don't get the whole cryptocurrency thing, let me define it for you. All it really is a record-keeping system that is decentralized with many computers working on a shared ledger through algorithms, right? So it doesn't rely on one entity the way we're used to. It decentralizes it and gets rid of the fallibility of human beings, of corruption, of potential breakdowns, and of potential hacks as well. So what's really going on with the U.S. government's attack on cryptocurrency? Well, we sought the help of some experts today. We needed it, trust me. Earlier, I spoke with Arifa Khan. She's the founder and the CEO of Himalaya Capital Exchange. She had this to say.
Bitcoin is something that is also an economic hedge. It's a protection against terrorist superpowers. I'm sorry to use such a harsh word, but against superpowers ostracizing smaller economies and exerting their economic powers unduly. So not only can one mine Bitcoin as a form of creating wealth, But cryptocurrency, if it penetrates the financial system, if it penetrates the stock markets, capital markets, if it penetrates the payment currency, such as what we're going to talk about in a little while, then we are not absolutely dependent on the dollar to a particular currency's exchange rate.
So that's interesting when you think about it, because think of it this way: while large governments like ours fear cryptocurrency, smaller nations see it as a way of leveling the playing field. But what about Facebook? Social media giant for which many criticize now for tracking their users' every move. They recently announced that they're dipping their toes into this cryptocurrency business. This is what spurred Mnuchin to call cryptocurrencies a security risk. And here, by the way, he may actually have a point.
Absolutely. I would agree with your concerns that Facebook, given its monopoly almost with 2.4 billion users, could use it nefariously, because already Facebook doesn't have the greatest reputation as far as the privacy concerns and surveillance and centralization is concerned. So that is absolutely one threat.
And joining us now to talk more about cryptocurrency.
And there's a point there, Akim. So let's go straight to the scriptures. So this is going to be from the book of Sirach, chapter 14, verse 3. So it says, riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? And that's what Esau's all about, man. All right, he doesn't want other nations to have their own stable foundation. All right, he wants to create a foundation for them so they could depend on him. All right, doesn't want them to be independent. All right, want them to be dependent. All right, and that's what the issue is all about, man. He wants to have total control because he feels that his grip on power is being loosened. All right, so it's a beautiful thing, man, that Lord Yabashima Shah is unraveling Esau's power structure, and that he's pissed off. All right, so he has to go to war to control. All right, he wants total control, he wants total domination, and it's about time, man. That's why they keep sending troops to the Middle East. All right, to create that force that they can use to overcome their subordinates. All right, so we're going to get another precept here. This is from the book of Proverbs. All right, Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28, and it says, he that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. So this is a time you gotta be extra careful that you do not depend on Esau's financial system, for stability and peace of mind, man, because his system is going to a different phase where folks will be harassed or oppressed into accepting the mark of the beast, so people will not be able to buy and sell. All right, so he has to create a so-called a false flag. All right, and then from there people will be told to take the RFID chip. All right, some folks will take it willingly, some folks we have to resist, through the power of the Lord Yabashima Shah. The elect will not go along with that program. All right, so we will not be a part of Esau's economic system that's based on fraud and destruction. So one last precept, actually one more, from the book of Sirach. Yeah, anytime the screen freezes up, that lets you know that something wants to pop up off the screen. So that's just I can just gotta be aware of Esau's apps and all that stuff, man. It's all about these distractions. All right, so it's the book of Sirach, chapter 9, verse 11. So it says, envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end. Alright, so our people need to be careful, man. The Lord Abba Shemeshevin said in the book of Proverbs, you know, envy not thou the oppressor and choose none of his ways. So just be extra, diligent, as you go through, your daily lives, man. Because so you don't want to fall into that trap of being discontent. Not being contented with the Lord that Bashimasha has given you. You gotta understand that there's more to this life than all these riches and all these accolades and all that junk. All right, so you gotta pray the Lord that Bashimasha give you the spiritual mindset to see what's really necessary for your stay, for your journey. All right. So another precept I would like to share with the Akim will be from the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 15. And that's what it all boils down to. Alright, so Yahushua said, unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the thing which he possesseth. Alright, and that's what East Edomite elite always about. And you hear the Elamite lady talk about these terroristic, power structures, terroristic economies. They want to have a hedge against these smaller economies, smaller countries. They want to have an upper hand. So that's one thing, these people have been talking about for ages, man. They don't want to be under Esau's rulership anymore. That's why they're making deals, looking for whoever could give them a favorable terms of investment. But it's hard, they rather go with the lesser of two evils. And Esau's not pleased with that. He wants to be the only one eating the whole cake. Whoever is going to be eating part of the cake will have to get crumbs on the floor. Alright, and that's what Esau's all about, man. Alright, it's not about leveling the playing field. It's about dominating the whole playing field. And that's one thing that World War III will have to be about. Alright, so that's the point there. I can, just make sure that you don't put your whole trust in this cryptocurrency stuff. You could use it, to make a couple of dollars here and there, but don't think, it's the end all be all. Alright, so just pray the Lord about Shema Shai continue to bless you with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to apply the knowledge in the scriptures. The words that are able to benefit you. That's the true riches. Alright, the true riches are the knowledge, wisdom, understanding you find in the Holy Scriptures. You can't run away from it. Alright, so that was the point there. I came. Kal halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yashab Ba'ashem Kwakadash. Love honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone, the Akim, pushing the gospel of the Lord Yahushai on the highways and byways. So just make sure you stay abreast of what's going on in the world, man, because it's gonna get serious, and you need to have the knowledge of what's happening. All right, Shalom.